Thanks a lot for that. Well, let's move on. News reports suggest that United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak may come to India to discuss the free trade agreement, and this may boost United spirits. Mangalam is going to tell us more. Mangalam, what does this mean?
Well, if this were to happen, then what happens is that the duty on imported scotch reduces drastically, and that's the segment which is growing extremely fast as well. And that explains why United Spirits has been a big mover over the last few trading sessions, and that's largely despite estimates of a weak second quarter because of Adhik Maas, there was Shravan and non-festive reasons as well. So news reports now suggest that Rishi Sunak may be in India to discuss the UK-India free trade agreement, and he'll also perhaps catch the ongoing World Cup, the India-England match on October 29th itself. There were communications between the two leaders during the G20 summit where the leaders did review the progress of the UK-India FTA negotiations, and we had recently spoken to Hina Nagarajan to get a sense of how much it would benefit the company were the UK FTA to be signed soon. They said that it could be anywhere between 5 to 15% depending on the MRP, and that is if the other states don't increase their rates. If it is passed on through and through, it could help the company gain some volumes as well. So that would be a positive, not just for United Spirits, but the entire industry itself. So let's hear out what Hina Nagarajan had actually said to us with regards to the UK FTA, the UK-India FTA, and the impact on the business. This was a recent conversation that we had with the management. There is the likelihood of the UK-India free trade agreement. What have you heard on it, and what would be the benefit for you?
The impact is difficult to say because it depends on how much duty reduction. It depends on the phasing of it. It also depends on, what happens with the state excise, in the light of this, because, that is a central reduction. It's a smaller part of the value chain. If the state governments did not try and make that up in some form or the other through other taxes, then we anticipate that the benefit could be 5 to 15% depending on how much reduction happens on the MRP. And of course, it will be an impetus for volume gains. Indians are prolific travelers. Yeah. They see all these brands everywhere in the world. So, not having them available in India is not fair to the Indian consumer.
I completely agree with you. And being a teetotaler, I still see a lot of love for Indian whiskey around the world and in India itself.
That's one of the big moves we are making, right? So Godawan was launched as a first step to take Made in India to the rest of the world. And actually, we've rolled it out in New York, we've rolled it out in Dubai, and it's going to Australia now. And people are just loving the Made in India.